story of how the Rugby World Cup 2015 came to Milton Keynes started about 4 years before the match kicked off. Both Pete Winkelman and I felt that we'd been rather missed out by the rugby world. We'd already held some matches here, where Northampton Saints had played here, Saracens had played here. So having had the experience of being selected as a host city for the 2018 Football World Cup, we used that experience to go and find the people, the decision makers that we knew within the rugby world. And after constructing some bidding forms, which was a Milton Keynes bid, not a Stadium MK bid, a Milton Keynes bid, that really showed the strength of the partnerships that exist across Milton Keynes. And it's that blew people away and made it a no-brainer for them in their decision making to bring the Rugby World Cup 2015 to Milton Keynes.
The locals are wildly excited about this opportunity to see a full-blown World Cup Test match. What an atmosphere at Stadium MK.
My role in the Rugby World Cup last year was as the lead for the stadium, and I was here for all three games. So the moment France kicked off in that very first game, I knew with a sense of relief that the World Cup had arrived. But during the 10 days, 2 weeks of the tournament where we were involved, we had things as momentous as Japan's match being the highest ever watched television programme in Japan. So 25 million people in Japan watched a rugby match in Milton Keynes. Unbelievable. What was really good about the community involvement at the fan zone was actually it was real community involvement. There were people there doing a range of different things, and of course one of the key events was the world record attempt at the haka. And although we set a world record for Milton Keynes and not a world record as a world record, what's undoubted is that people enjoyed being part of it and got something from it, and a real community spirit. And actually to see what happened in the marquee that was at Campbell Park, and people joining in and absolutely having learnt all the moves, was wonderful to see. And that part of running an event is as crucial as the sport on the pitch. We saw many sights during the World Cup, with of course fans from every nation that were playing here. So whether they were French, Uruguayan, Samoan or Fijian or Japanese, it was fantastic to watch each of those cultures. We had people turn up in national dress, complete with samurai swords that had to be held for a little while. But that sort of aspect, I think we had a couple of people come dressed as sumo warriors. So it was great how people entered into the spirit of what was going on to make it a truly memorable few days for us all. Well, many people know me and know my love for football. That's the reason I'm in the job I am, and will know that I'm not the best aficionado with respect to rugby. But I've got to say that any sporting event, when it's at a world-class level, sucks you in, gets you excited, makes you want to be part of it and see it and experience it. And those three matches we had in September, October 2015 really meant that we were experiencing the World Cup, and you can't but love watching the sport on those occasions.